ओपन इंस्टीट्यूट जयपुर ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है। तो आज की इस ऑनलाइन इंडक्शन मीटिंग में मैं आरसी जयपुर की ओर से आप सबका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन, बहुत वेलकम। और आज हमारे साथ में प्रोग्राम मैं शुरू करूँ उससे पहले PGDEML प्रोग्राम्स पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन एनवायरमेंटल मैनेजमेंट एंड लॉ, जो कि स्कूल ऑफ इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी एंड ट्रांसडिसिप्लिनरी स्कूल्स का प्रोग्राम्स है। और आज हमारे साथ प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर बी रूपनी मैडम, डॉक्टर सुष्मिता मैडम और रेस्पेक्टेड प्रोफेसर आर भास्कर साहब हम हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं। सर, आप सबका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन, बहुत बहुत वेलकम, बहुत बहुत स्वागत आज के इस ऑनलाइन इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम्स में। मैं हमारी रीजनल डायरेक्टर मैडम सीनियर रीजनल डायरेक्टर मैडम डॉक्टर ममता भाटिया मैडम से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ इग्नू रीजनल सेंटर जयपुर के मार्फत आज की इस ऑनलाइन मीटिंग में हमारे प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर्स रेस्पेक्टेड बी रूपनी मैडम, मैडम सुष्मिता मैडम, प्रोफेसर आर भास्कर साहब का अभिनंदन और वेलकम करें। और आरसी जयपुर की ओर से हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जो इस प्रोग्राम में दाखिला लिया है, जिन्होंने PGDEML प्रोग्राम्स में जनवरी 2025 सेशन में, उन सबका भी अभिनंदन करें। तो मैं मेरी रीजनल डायरेक्टर मैडम से गुजारिश करूंगा कि प्लीज आप हमारे लर्नर्स को एड्रेस करें। सर, जस्ट ए मिनट, मैडम हमारे साथ ज्वाइन कर रही है। वी आर हमारे साथ हमने सारे लर्नर्स को SMS के थ्रू इंटीमेट किया है, ईमेल के थ्रू। बाकी RC के माध्यम से भी हमने इंटीमेट करने का प्रयास किया, लेकिन आई थिंक आउट ऑफ 28 स्टूडेंट्स जो इस प्रोग्राम में एनरोल है हमारे साथ कभी जुड़ नहीं पा रहे हैं। तो थोड़ा सा मैं आप मैडम आपका वेलकम, और आपसे मेरी अनुरोध है कि आप हमारे लर्नर्स और हमारे प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर्स का वेलकम करें आज।
नमस्कार नमस्कार मैडम, आई एम सॉरी आई कुडंट जॉइन, उधर वो जूम भी चल रहा था आज इसका, तो बट दिस इज क्वाइट एनकरेजिंग फॉर अस कि आप सब हमारे बीच में हैं, तीनों प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर्स हैं। तो स्टूडेंट्स से ज़्यादा ही हमारे लिए भी सीखने का एक मौका है about the program and how to go about it. This meeting is being recorded, though the number of learners is less over here, but we'll be putting it on the RC YouTube channel for the learners so that they can view it as per their own convenience. This is the beauty of our open and distance learning system, that we go as per the learners' requirement. So a hearty welcome to you and to all my learners who have joined here, my colleagues who are here, and I think the learners would be more benefited by what you tell them about the program. So I'll hand over the floor to you only, ma'am. So kindly tell them about the program and how to go about it, and what are the things that they should keep in mind for completion of the program. That is the main highlight. And then if anything is left out, then my colleagues will take over and they'll discuss it with others. At the end, we have question answers.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving an introduction, introducing us all. We are 3 program coordinators for the postgraduate diploma in environmental management and law, and Professor R. Bhaskar, Professor B. Rupini, and myself, Sushmita Bhaskar. So first, I would request Professor R. Bhaskar to give an idea of why this program was launched, the objective behind launching this program, and also the job opportunities and where the learners can actually get placement after completing this program. After that, Professor B. Rupini will explain some of the course details and the credits regarding the program. And then I will also detail about some of the courses and the credits and about the examination and the assignment. So first I would ask Professor Bhaskar to please give an overview.
नमस्कार ममता मैडम, नमस्कार कमलेश जी, नमस्कार my coordinators, colleagues, Professor Rupini ji and Dr. Sushmita Bhaskar. So I'll give the rationale, and I'm happy, as Mamta Madam said, the recorded version will be available and they can understand why we started this. Actually, myself, Professor Rupini and Dr. Sushmita discussed whether this program is required. Certain things came to our mind, that environmental programs are there, but not any program linking environmental management and law. And of course, like all programs, we do the need assessment, etc. And also another thing came to our mind is that what is the key concepts for considering this program. Very few institutes are offering environmental law, and this is environmental management and law. And we thought that environmental issues are rising day by day, and we require professionals who can have an increased understanding of pollution, climate change, biodiversity loss, and how they can address them. And addressing them requires legal compliance. In addition to being sensitive and responsible citizen, we also have to have legal compliance with legal frameworks. So we thought that this course could focus on environmental regulations because they govern the industries, business, and individuals to promote sustainability. Of course, this program will enhance the understanding of these laws, which will improve compliance and enforcement. Then we also discussed that we also require advocacy and developing policies. Environmental protection is not only the scientific aspect of it, it requires experts who can draft policies and advocate for change in governments and organizations. Those who do law do on different aspects of law. Maybe they have a small portion of environment. Those who do environment do the science part of it, or even the social science, but not the legal aspects. So this course is focusing on these aspects. And then there is also, we all know that now there is an increased responsibility of corporate and industrial responsibility, and every industry, business wants to meet the environmental rules, and for that you require trained professionals who can handle these regulations. And in addition, if you have seen all the global meets, including the Davos meet, the environmental issues dominate the agenda. And international agreements and global impact are important to understand. And if you have to understand, you have to understand the international treaties and agreements. And for this, environmental law may be useful. With this background, we, myself, Rupini and Sushmita Madam, that did a need survey. We got a positive report and we went ahead with this. Now, what this program can have impact is that it will help lawyers, activists, and others build a more sustainable and equitable society. Of course, the broader goal is it will help national, regional, and global decision making. It will highlight the link between environmental law and management. It will promote environmental law and management education, research linking environmental management and law, and it will promote training in environmental management and law. Now, what are the broad ideas we had? Objectives is to understand environmental issues and concepts, highlight the global environmental legal issues, strengthen the national environmental law implementation, improve the environmental management capacity for all stakeholders, help nations, particularly India, develop and enforce environmental laws, wants a job. Now, where does he fit after this course? There are several jobs which one can consider. For example, one can become an environmental consultant, offering expert advice to business and government organizations on environmental regulations and sustainable practices. One can also specialize as environmental lawyer, focusing on environmental protection, compliance with regulations, and policy development. One can also be a sustainability manager in any company, overseeing the execution of environmentally friendly initiatives within organization. One can also be a policy advisor who aids in the development of environmental policies both in private as well as public sector organization. One can also be appointed as an environmental compliance officers. It is important industries must adhere to environmental laws and regulations, and we require someone who can ensure the implementation of the changing guidelines. Climate change analysts also, which are climate related policies and impact on the business and communities. Then how to implement corporate social responsibility? They can have CSR specialists who can formulate sustainability plans for corporations. They can, of course, environmental educator is there who can teach environmental law and management in schools, colleges, universities, or offer training programs. Now there are also industries and organizations where one can get job. Government is focusing a lot on this now, and this is one of the good area. If you see, the green sector is growing rapidly, and there is skill requirement in this. And there are government agencies, Ministry of Environment, Pollution Control Board, and urban planning departments. There are law firms which specialize in environmental litigation and corporate compliance. There are NGOs, for example, WWF, Greenpeace, down to this Center for Science and Environment, local environment advocacy groups. One can join them. Corporate sector, again, one can join them for CSR and environmental compliance departments. Research and academia, universities and think tanks focusing on environmental law and policy. It doesn't live naturally. International organizations also offer UNEP, United Nations Environmental Program, World Bank, and other global bodies are also there, which are useful. Now, the ultimate goal is to aid in the development of decision-making capacity at the national, regional, and global levels. And this will help achieve sustainable development goals and help in the development of sustainable society. With these objectives and with this job focus we have launched, I'm sure that there will be a great demand in the coming years in this area. And those students who can capitalize with these changing market requirements will benefit from these programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Bhaskar, for giving an overview of and why we launched this program, and also the employment opportunities that students can find after completing the PG diploma. Now, I would request Professor B. Anthony ma'am to give the objectives of the program, the credits in this program, and overview of some of the courses in the program, and how this is also linked to environmental management and law. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sushmita. Thank you, Professor Bhaskar sir. And I would like to thank Dr. Mamta Bhatia ma'am and Dr. Kamlesh Meena ji for giving us the opportunity to interact with the students as well as the regional center personals and then authorities, at least to encourage the students, and then they should know that what is the significance of this program, and then what are the eligibility criteria, and at least they want to interact with the faculty from the headquarters. So it is always welcome, and then thank you very much once again. Yes, sir has given, Professor Bhaskar sir has given a broader view as well as why we have launched this program, what would be the need of this program in the present day situation especially. Yes, of course, there is a lot of challenges for the environmental challenges, and those who are working in this field also, without having, some of them are working without having any certification. They must be having a lot of knowledge, I do agree, but there is a scope to get acquainted with this, and proper certification is also required. And if you will go to any employment, they will see the CV of the students. So the CV should be encouraged. That means they have to update their CV by having gaining some of the programs, qualifications, increasing the qualifications apt to the environmental sciences or the allied sciences. So of course we are also facing the lot of environmental challenges, and then environmental management and law, that is most important for the student students, those who want to pursue their career in the, especially in the environmental sector, whether it is in the industrial sector, whether it is in the hospital management, whatever it is the sector, or the so in the universities also. So they should have a proper certification by gaining the training in the, especially in the environmental law as well as the management sector. So of course, because there are so much of environmental complexity, as well as the society requires the professionals, those who will comprehend with the both the integrate the ecological systems and also the legal frameworks designed to how to protect these how to overcome these environmental challenges. And also the individuals, the students definitely will equip with themselves with the multidisciplinary tools, especially as far as the NEP is concerned. So a broader view as well as a broader knowledge is required in most of the environmental sectors, through the informed policy creation maybe, or otherwise it is an implementation. So the academic journey definitely for their important for their career preparation, and then empowers the students especially to become ethical guardians, or otherwise we can say that there is a environmental stewards which are capable for the balancing the human development with the environmental protection, and then they have to ensure the economic progress and to protect the natural heritage. So with this background, we have done that need assessment survey also, and then we got the very positive reply, and also we got the opportunity to have some of the specialists because sir also equipped with the environmental law certification also. So that's why we have developed this program. And then we have framed a concept note, and then we have framed a broad objectives for this program also. So those objectives briefly I will tell that is this program definitely develop what is that to strengthen the effective implementation of the environmental law at the national level first, and regional as well as the local level also. And they will create awareness about the legal issues which are associated with the global environmental concern. And the third objective is to support capacity building for increased effectiveness of environmental management and law for all the stakeholders at the all levels. So, and also it will support the national government in developing and implementing the environmental rule of law and strengthen the environmental governance. And then I would like to emphasize over here that there is a difference between the Asian countries environmental laws as well as the management, and then European laws. So the only one thing is everything is at place, but the only one thing is practicing as well as the execution of these environmental laws and practices. So then that is the common sense of the generation, that is the younger generation. They have to take it seriously, and then they will start practicing at their level, so that definitely we will achieve these objectives with whatever the motto we have started or the initiated this offering this program. So this program is basically the duration of this program is 1 year, and then it is extended to 3 years. That means once you have joined in this program, and then you can complete it within the 3 years period of time. And the total credits are the 40 credits, but we have given the 11 courses are there. Out of 11 courses, the student can select any 10 courses, so that each course is having the 4 credits. So total 10 courses, so 40 credits has to be completed to get the postgraduate diploma in environmental and management law. And the program fee is 7,000, and once you have paid, so that is valid for the 3 years also, as far as the admission is also concerned. Once you have not completed within the stipulated period, then you have to go for the re-registration. That is the important aspect. Most of the students, what we are also having the queries from the students are the main thing is what is that the assignments. So they are not able to complete the assignments on time. So I request the students that wherever you are there, and then please do get connected and to the IGNOU website, and then you have to see the last dates, because many people are saying that, asking that, madam last date kab hai. So because please don't ask this type of question. Everything is available on the website, and the nodal officer, the nodal center, regional center Jaipur is also there. And then please, first you have to go through yourself. Please go through the postgraduate diploma in environmental management and law program guide first, and then you have to see the IGNOU website, find out the assignments, and then you have to download those assignments, and then you start writing the assignments. Please don't expect that somebody will call us and then somebody will email us. So that is your responsibility. The entire onus is on the students, because you are determined to pursue this program. That's why you have joined this program, and then definitely you will never ever go waste or regret for selecting this program. Definitely this is an add-on program, and then this is definitely helpful and then useful for your entire career, not only your personal career, for the to serve the society also. So out of these 11 courses, I would like to first emphasize only 5 courses, and the remaining 6 courses will be done by the Dr. Sushmita Bhaskar. So this is the first one, is the fundamentals of the environmental science and ecology. There are 4 blocks and then 16 units are there. So that is a natural phenomenon of the IGNOU study material. So this fundamentals, normally why we have selected this program, this course, first one is the fundamentals that will provide the scientific foundation for the understanding of the entire environmental system. So we want to introduce what is the environmental system and their interdependencies, so how they are interlinked with each other. And it also covers the ecological principles. Even though you have studied, you must have studied at your graduation level, but again it is a revision kind. So it covers the ecological principles, and then ecosystem structures, and then functions, biodiversity, and then biogeochemical cycles, and population dynamics, and also habitat interactions. So that definitely the students will explore how natural systems operate and respond to the disturbances, and then establishing the scientific basis which is highly required for the effective environmental management and the policy development. And in the second course, that is deals with the environmental issues. There are a lot of environmental issues are there, but we try to incorporate most important or the most significant contemporary issues of environment. We have segregated that also, and definitely it will what are the pressing environmental challenges at local level, regional level, as well as the global level also. And like pollution, that is the air, water, and then soil pollution, we have mentioned over here. And then we have discussed about the deforestation, biodiversity loss, and resource depletion. The words, if you will think that it is a repetition, but it is not at all repetition. The content is completely quite different. And then we have developed these courses with the utmost care, that there should not be any overlap. And then the approach is also completely different. And then waste management and urbanization and their impacts, and industrial contaminations. And definitely the students will analyze the causes and then consequences and interconnections of these problems, along with the methods of assessment, monitoring, as well as the mitigation aspects also we have dealt in this environmental issues. Not only throwing that these are the environmental issues and then challenges, but we have mitigation measures also we have mentioned over here. And the third one is the global climate change. So you must have studied extensively this global climate change in most of the research articles, as well as you must have heard about the lectures. But as far as the program is concerned, we have focused specifically on climate change science and that impacts and responses also. And then the greenhouse effect also we have elaborately explained, and carbon cycle, climate modeling, and then what is the observed as well as the projected climate changes also we have mentioned over here. And then it is explicitly explained about the vulnerability assessment and adaptation strategies, and also mitigation approaches also we have mentioned over here. So definitely the students will explore the not only the national but the international climate policy frameworks also you will definitely understanding the awareness about the how the international climate policies also frameworks works, and then how it is different from our Indian frameworks, and then what are the renewable energy transitions and also climate resilience planning in different sectors, especially in the agricultural sector. So that we have covered in this global climate change. And as far as the third course is concerned, that is the environmental management. So this course covers the management, all principles we have mentioned over here, and then what type of tools which are required to assess the challenges and the systems for the responsible environmental stewardship, and also some of the topics like environmental impact assessment. Even though the entire one course is dedicated to the environmental impact assessment, but that whatever it is, that how it will be interconnected with the environmental management also. What is the significance of this environmental impact assessment and resource management strategies and sustainable development approaches and ISO standards, they are most important one. And then update also we have given in this one, and environmental auditing and corporate environmental responsibility, waste minimization and environmental risk assessment. All these aspects we have covered in this environmental management, and definitely students will get benefited with the practical applications for the promoting sustainability through effective management practices. Here I have mentioned that practical application doesn't mean that hands-on experiment, but there are a lot of case studies are there, and those case studies definitely give a rich knowledge about not only the theoretical one, but how the other countries, how they are adopting and then how they are executing to minimize the environmental pollution strategies. And the next one is the environmental law and management. With this, this is the fifth course. So this course especially integrates the legal frameworks that with the management approaches for the environmental governance. So environmental governance part is also most important, and definitely it will examine the environmental legislation and regulatory frameworks, regulatory mechanisms, and compliance procedures. Professor Bhaskar already explained that the compliance, environmental legal compliance is highly required to combat these environmental issues. Yes, so this course particularly will provide you the very good briefing about the compliance procedures, policy development, and international environmental agreements and environmental enforcement strategies. So these things with the case studies we have provided, and definitely students will study the case law and legal interpretation and the practical implementation of the environmental regulations across various sectors as well as the across various jurisdiction. So these are the most important, and then each course is highly we have developed with a lot of dedication, and we hope that definitely the students will get benefited, and then not only benefited for personally, but they have to at least serve the society, and then wherever they are working in any of the organization, they have to see that the environmental laws as well as the management practices should be in place. So now I would like to ask the Dr. Sushmita Bhaskar to proceed the remaining courses as well as the introduction. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, ma'am. So these were the first 5 courses which Professor Rupini ma'am explained. We have another 6 more courses because this program has got 11 courses, and out of 11 courses the students can take any of the 10 courses so that they get a credit of 40 credits. So one is choice, like you can choose any 10 out of 11. So now the next course is MED 005, which deals with integrated environmental management, both the urban as well as the rural environmental management. So in this course, the first they have given you the definition of integrated environmental management, and then they've also given the definition of sustainable development and why sustainable development is essential, the SDG goals, and then the course also gives examples of the rural problems related to sanitation, to hygiene and environmental problems, and how the environmental management and conservation can be applied to the rural areas. Then it talks about the urban environmental management and how these two could be integrated. So this course deals with the integrated environmental management both in the urban as well as the rural areas. The next course is the industrial sector. Now, in the industrial sector, this is MEVE. This has a course code of MEVE 004. And here we are talking about the industries. So several of the industries have been explained. For example, we have the pharmaceutical industries, we have the tanning industries, the textile industries, and all the waste that these industries generate. And what are the pollutants that these industries generate, the toxicants that they generate, and how these waste or the toxic things, they can be managed effectively. So again, environmental management plays a very important role. And for example, related to the air pollution or in any refinery, here electrostatic precipitators can be kept over there, or the type of the scrub mechanisms or various other mechanisms which can be used. For example, water pollution. So here again in the tanneries, maybe here the basic chrome sulfate is being used in many of the tanning agents. So this can be again effectively if the rivers and other of the water resources are going to be contaminated with these chemicals. Then again bioremediation can be done, phytoremediation can be done, and various other procedures for the chemical treatment mechanisms can also be done. So that talks about all the industries and the environmental waste generated and the environmental management that is possible. The final unit talks about the safety mechanisms and the training that could be done for the occupational health hazards due to these industrial sector, and what training could be given at the industry level and the safety and the EHS principles. The next course is MEVE 003, and that is the agriculture and the allied sector. So, you know, many of the countries, including India, we are dominantly an agriculture-oriented society, and we practice farming and the livestock, aquaculture cultivation, and many of the integrated farming techniques. So here we find that many pesticides or the weedicides, insecticides, these could be organic chlorine compounds, organophosphate compounds, and even the fertilizer containing compounds. They could be chemical derivatives. So what is the harm that they can cause to the soil and the soil pollution and land degradation? Then again, we talk about organic farming and the organic manures which can be used, which focuses on the type of composting, the vermicompost that could be used. So these are totally organic, chemical free, and how agriculture can also be managed sustainably. So environmental management techniques to the sustainable management of the agricultural sector, this has been explained over here. And also certain occupational hazards related to the agriculture sector have also been explained. The next course is MEVE 001, that is Environmental Impact Assessment for Environmental Health. So for any student who is joining an environmental science course, environmental studies course, so here the impact assessment study is very important. For example, I presume many of the learners who have joined this program may also be working in several industries or in project based in several places. So where before conducting any project, for example, if it is a mining project or even an iron ore industry, any industry which has to be established, here the impact assessment procedure has to be carried out. So here there is a dedicated team that works and they see whether the place identified is correct, whether there are any residents nearby, whether the project what they are going to do, whether that can have any impact on the biodiversity which is there, on the wildlife which is there, on the human population who are residing there. So this environmental impact assessment of the air, of the soil, of the land, of the vegetation, of the wildlife, biodiversity, all this has been explained very well over here. And also some of the treatment mechanisms for the water treatment and certain other things have also been explained in this course. The next course is MEVE 015, which is disaster management. So most of us now have seen what a disaster is, whether it is due to biological hazard. For example, the COVID-19, that was a biological disaster and the hazard that we all face. Then again, now we have seen the war and the impacts of the war in many of the countries. So all this are having certain problems related to, and also there are problems related to the natural hazards like earthquakes, tsunamis, or floods, or landslides, and so on. So disaster management is also a very important course in the environmental management. So when disaster strikes, we are unprepared. But still now in India, the schools, the colleges, and the institutions are getting geared up. We are prepared as to how to tackle an earthquake, how to duck, cover, and get prepared for an earthquake, for example. So these are some of the techniques where the training could be done, and pre-disaster, during the disaster, and post-disaster, what are the management techniques that can be practiced in the case of each and every type of disaster. So that has been discussed over here, and also the role of the National Institute of Disaster Management, that is NIDM, and any NDMA, that is the National Disaster Management Authority. The roles of these agencies have also been explained effectively. The next and the last course is MEVE 017, that is Environment and Society. So here again, we see that the environment and society, they play a very important role, and how we are linked together. So in this course, the first concept of society, of the culture and religion and a family, and all this has been explained in the first block, in the first units. Then we have gone on to the ethical and the cultural considerations, where the environment has played a very important part. For example, the Bishnoi movement, and also the Chipko movement, and all the environmental movements where people have played a very important role in conserving the natural environment. Also in conserving, for example, the trees were protected in the Chipko movement. So like this, how society and also the women's movement, where one example I can give is Wangari Maatai. Okay, how she won the Nobel Peace Prize, and how she trained 30,000 to 50,000 people in beekeeping, in apiculture, and so on. So this course basically deals with how the environment and society are linked, and how society also plays a very important role in conserving the environment, natural resources, and in thereby playing an important role in environmental management. So these were the 11 courses, my dear learners, and I hope you will find the courses interesting, and you will be motivated to learn these courses. Now regarding the assignments, each of the courses, for all the 10 courses, you will have to write the assignments. Now for the assignments, we are getting several emails and queries, and also the phone calls. Because the IGNOU is now getting updated, the website is getting updated, there are two portals. We have an old assignment portal, and we have a new assignment portal. So I request the learners to kindly check both these portals. In both these portals, we have uploaded the latest assignments in the old as well as in the new portal. In the old portal, you will find that the courses of the assignments come under one complete program as PGDEML. But in the new portal, you will find that the assignments come under the name of the courses. So you will have to search course-wise, and then you will have to give the assignment. After completion of 1 year, the students are eligible to write these assignments, and only after completion of the assignments, you are eligible to take up the term end examination. The term end examination is a pen and paper examination. It is a subjective and paper-based exam which you can give in the exam center that is opted by the learners. And here you have the 70 and 30% weightage, that is for the assignment, internal continuous assessment, and the 70% weightage is for the term end examination. So a student needs to get 40% in order to clear all the exams and get this degree. In addition to all this, the Gyan Darshan and the Gyan Vani, we are providing every month, we are providing the interactive radio counseling for the students, and also the teleconferencing sessions for the students, which will be beneficial. So kindly tune into these programs, and every month we are focusing on each of the course. So in 12 months, you will have all the 11 courses which are covered for these in both these broadcast mechanisms. And again, for any other more sessions which are organized by the RC themselves, the program coordinators are most willing to take any more sessions regarding the courses. So that is all, and if there is anything else, if there is a question answer session and the program coordinators would like to contribute anything more, most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam, for sharing important components of this important programs through this online induction meeting. Now I request my colleagues, Dr. Sher Singh ji, who is with us today. I request to Dr. Sher Singh ji for sharing the details about exams and assignments and other student support services, which will be provided by IGNOU Regional Center RC Jaipur. So please.
Very good afternoon, sir, ma'am, and to all students. Uh, as we know, this is a one-year program. So you have to complete this program. You can complete this program in minimum 1 year, and university provides a maximum period that is 3 years. So you can complete your program in minimum time, as well as you have to a maximum time as university provide. Uh, because your admission cycle is January 2025. So as per admission cycle, you have to submit assignment responses. Assignment responses you have to submit at your study center. So as per admission cycle, you have to submit the assignments in September 2025 for term examination December 2025, because the minimum duration of your program is 1 year. So you will submit the assignments in September. The assignment question paper is available on IGNOU website. I will share the link in the chat box, so you can note down the link. However, the question paper is assignment question paper is available on IGNOU website, so you can check. You will download the assignment of January 2025 session, and the assignment question paper is available on the IGNOU website. As ma'am told, the weightage for assignment component is 30%, and this is the internal assessment of your assignments, and term and examination carries the weightage as 70%. So you have to complete the assignments as well as in term and examination. You have to apply for term and examination in September. Okay, so there are two major activities. Number one is assignment submission in September, and second most important activity is to fill the examination form online. The link will be activated on IGNOU website in the first week of September. So you have to complete two major activities. Number one is assignment submission. Number two is examination form filling. The weightage of term and examination, that is 70% weightage. So accordingly, the assignment question paper will be evaluated from the out of 100 marks, and the term and examination question paper will be evaluated from the 100 marks. But the weightage for assignment is 30% and term and examination is 70%. As ma'am told, you have to obtain at least minimum 40% marks for overall 40% marks for clearing the course and for clearing the program. So you have to note all these things: assignment, submission, examination, and minimum passing criteria. Normally, we think that the assignment is internal assessment and we got 70% and 80% marks, and normally we assume that the assignment marks will be forwarded to term and examinations. In that case, if you are not getting the minimum passing criteria, but in IGNOU, you have to obtain minimum passing criteria in all components, whether assignment, whether theory paper, and whether practical component, if in your program. So and overall 40% it should be. As per IGNOU system, 200 rupees per course for theory paper. This is the examination fee. You have to pay the examination fee while filling the examination form. It will be displayed in your examination form. So for theory paper, 200 rupees fees, and for practical, I think, ma'am, there is practical component in their program. No. Okay.
I think there is no practical program.
No practical components. So thank you very much, ma'am. So students, all 10 papers are based on theory. So you have to pay 200 rupees per theory paper. So I think 200 multiplied by 10, 2000 rupees you have to pay while submitting the examination form in the month of September. For better preparation of the examination, you have to attend the counseling sessions. When the counseling sessions will be conducted, we will inform through email. So you have to attend the online counseling sessions, as well as the study material is available on IGNOU eGyan course. So you can access the eGyan course for your study. However, if you opt the study material in hard copy, University Headquarter MPDD Material Production and Distribution Division will send the study material. Hopefully, some students will receive the study material. If not, so they can contact to the concerned region center or directly contact to MPDD. The contact details is available on IGNOU website. So this is the way of study material and teaching learning process in IGNOU. And as well as you can download IGNOU e-content app that is available on Google Play Store. So you can use the IGNOU app for your study. So because we normally use the ICT based teaching learning process, because our learners are from the different geographical situations and are in service and based on their profiles. So this is the system. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Saab.
Presentation. Sorry, Dr. Kamlesh, I'm just intervening. As Dr. Boyana Rukmini has very rightfully remarked that in our system, the learner has to be self-motivated. He has to be very active to submit all his assignments, examination forms in time. शेर सिंह जी, इट विल बी बेटर अगर आप थोड़ा सा वेबसाइट शेयर करके इनको दिखा दें कि असाइनमेंट कहाँ से डाउनलोड करना है, अपना स्टेटस कहाँ पर चेक करना है, थोड़ा स्क्रीन शेयर करके अगर कर सकते हैं तो इनको थोड़ा सा
बताएं. I'm trying.
Yeah, just try. You can share your screen and show them how to what is where on our website, from where to download the assignments, how to fill the exam form and things like that. I think I'll share from here. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, visible, madam. Yes, please.
Okay, okay.
Yes, visible, ma'am.
Yeah. So, learners, this is our website on which you can. Most important thing is you have to visit the student services. Okay. When you click on the student services here, then you find so many blocks over here at the bottom. And when most important is, first of all, know your status. When you open this, then you find both the study material status as well as the registration status. On check your registration status, you have to fill your enrollment number, your program code, which is PGDEML, and this verification code, and you will get your entire data on the screen. And see when your maximum duration is over. I think the maximum duration for this program is 3 years, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. So in that case, you have to finish your program by December 27. So that be very careful about it. Then when we go back to the results, here you can see just above know your status, you'll see results. Here you can check your term and exam results and your grade card and all the evaluation results. Okay. Similarly, examination is for filling up the examination form. Okay. And then when you go to the downloads, from here you can download the common prospectus, you can download the old assignments, you can download the new assignments, and also previous year question papers. You can all see it here. Okay. So these are some of the important tabs that you should remember. Then there is also IGNOU eGyan course. In case you do not get your study material in time, then you should go to the eGyan course There it is at the bottom, the first one. Okay, and at eGyankosh you can download your study material as well if you get it in a delayed manner. Okay, so this was some things which we wanted to show you about the familiarity of the IGNOU website, because most frequently we get these questions: how to download the assignments, where will we get them? So if you just go to the website, you will find out everything. And if you go to RC Jaipur website, similarly, you will be able to get the schedule of your counseling schedules and the various latest information. Similarly, you are required to follow IGNOU Facebook page, YouTube channel, and all the important recordings, all the important schedules are updated on our Instagram handle, on our Twitter. Sorry, it's X now, X, and also the Facebook page. So please follow us on social media as well, so that you are able to get the latest information from time to time. Okay, thank you. Now you can go for the question answers, Dr. Kamlesh. In case you have any questions, learners, you can raise your hands.
No, madam. No, madam.
No, okay. So most of the things are clear. Yes, Mr. Vivekanand, please.
First of all, thanks for giving us a very brief introduction about the course and letting us know the future opportunities we have while learning this course. It is beautifully designed. As a working professional, I can see many things are new over here, which we can theoretically learn and practically implement in our daily work needs also. So thanks for bringing this course.
Thank you. So I think there are no more queries. So thank you all, Professor Bhaskar, Professor Rupini, and also
Thank you, madam.
Madam Bhaskar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.